Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. So we'll look at a few items I picked up to sell from Shop Goodwill, or not shopgoodwill.com, but from Goodwill and thrift stores and things of that nature. And I'll show you some sales, and I'll show you a shopgoodwill.com lot that went wrong, but fortunately the Goodwill's going to make it right for me. So we'll take a look. If you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Trent. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay. I do it for fun and profit, and I take you along for the journey, so please hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. Yeah, I got some pretty cool pickups. One thing, I made a short about it, but I picked this up at Goodwill for 10 bucks. This is a vintage, I think it might be from the 80s, Sanyo model number C12 boombox, cassette boombox. This thing works really good, so it was cool. It was cool testing it out and everything. But I listed it up for about 120 bucks on eBay, and we'll see what I can do with it. Paid 10 bucks for it and got a military discount, so that's cool. Then I picked up a few more items. I don't have a ton of stuff this time, but I found this was $4.99. I already took the price stickers off because, man, those Goodwill price stickers, if you leave them on for too long, they get harder and harder to get off. So I found this Skylanders Trap Team figure that's still in the package. This is kind of old, from 2014. I paid $4.99 with the discount, and then I got it the discount. $4.99 and I got the discount, and I think that might be hopefully a $18 to $20 figure. Then I picked up this Avatar sealed DVD set, Avatar: The Last Airbender Complete Book 2 Collection. Sealed. I think it's maybe like $12 to $15. I paid, I think $3.99 for that, and then I got the discount. So, I mean, not bad, medium ale, make a couple bucks, nothing crazy. And then for $5.99, I picked up an item I've actually sold before. This is a Disney Frozen 2, Sven, I think is his name. Sven the Reindeer. This is supposed for a special sleigh set. And this figure will sell for almost, like maybe $25 to $30 actually, as a replacement for that set. And this one actually has the bow on his neck. I think the one I sold before didn't even have the bow on his neck. So for $5.99, hopefully I can turn that into at least a $25 sale. Alright, here's some more sales. Actually sold some of my old media. This sealed Space 1999 set. I have a bunch of those still. Sold for $9.99. Then this White Thunder 1133, total paid by the customer. Then Berenstein Bears loose figures here, 3 of them. Sold those for $10.69, total paid by the customer. And finally, this is from a toy lot, Avengers Assemble, little electronic helicopter, I think, little remote control helicopter. That sold for $10.80, total paid by the customer. All right, got a nice batch of sales here. Sold this Disney Sum Sum. I forgot where I got this plush from. Still has a tag. That $14.53, total paid by the customer. Then from that book lot I got not quite a while ago, there was 4 CDs I put together in a lot. Chuck Berry, Sandy Nelson, a bunch of old time stuff. Golden Doo-Wops, Dwayne Eddy. Those sold for $16.32, total paid by the customer. And in the thrift store, Goodwill, was it Goodwill? Yeah, Goodwill, pretty recently I found this vintage 1970s snap tight model never opened by Monogram. $37.40, total paid by the customer for that. I paid $3 for that. That's pretty cool. Sold a couple of the books from that book lot. C.S. Lewis book, $29.88, total paid by the customer. And the Folio Society Barbarian Invasion of the Roman Empire, $21.40, total paid by the customer. Finally sold one of these Toy Story train cars. I bought a bunch of Toy Story stuff from the thrift store one time in a big lot. This is one of the caboose. I still got one other piece left, I think. That one sold for $20.32, total paid by the customer. That's not that great considering the size of it. And vintage TMNT Rocksteady, $11.65, total paid by the customer. And finally, somebody bought this again. Somebody had returned this. This is a vintage G1 Megatron part. $7.58, total paid by the customer. Alright, got a couple more sales here. Sold these Hatchababies here. Those sold for $28.69, total paid by the customer. Then I sold that Patrick Bateman American Psycho Christmas sweater. $39.99 total paid by the customer. All right, last stuff I wanted to show you. All right, last stuff I want to show you. This is a shopgoodwill.com video game lot that I won. Everything in this box here. It didn't turn out great. I'll show you why. So we got 3 games here. And then the rest was just going to be a bonus. We got a quick shot, vintage NES quick shot, generic, third-party controller, nothing crazy. An RF adapter for the original NES and 2 zappers for original NES. And then we had 3 games. So 2 of the games are just fine. Bionic Commando I already had for my collection, so I was just going to resell that. So we got Bionic Commando in there. And then we got this Al Unser Jr. Turbo Racing. I actually didn't have that in my collection, but there is some, looks like it got wet at some point on the side of the label, so that one's not good enough for my collection. But it really doesn't matter because the reason I got this lot was for Metal Storm. So there is what would have been a decent enough copy of Metal Storm here. There was a label right here, so there is some color fading. I think maybe that would have come off. Actually, that might just be glue residue and the cartridge would look good. But there's one label to deal with on this label right here, or one sticker to deal with on this label, and I think this would have been a good label. Metal Storm looks good on the front and the back. So I won this lot with the Metal Storm in it for I ended up paying about $105 with tax. So Metal Storm itself on eBay prices, I think, like, you'll probably pay around $120. That's probably a decent price for Metal Storm. I think it could even go for more. This is one of the more sought after NES games. It's not super uncommon or rare, but it's definitely uncommon enough to where, yeah, it's definitely like a $120 game at least. So I thought I had secured me a good copy for under eBay prices and had all this stuff as a bonus. So I was pretty happy. Until I turned the cartridge and looked at the pin connector. You see that? Look at that. Unplayable. So I mean it's pretty bad. I opened it up and looked at it. It's possible somebody might be able to repair that, but it's definitely not something I'm interested in. So that's a major bummer. So I contacted Goodwill because their policy is, their stated policy is as is, for parts of repair, no returns kind of deal, right? But in the past, whenever things have went wrong, they have, depending on the location, well, it's different locations depending on the auction you win, right? The locations that I won from in the past that I had issues with, they helped me out. So I contacted him. I said, oh man, I sent pictures of this. I said, unfortunately, realistically, the only reason this auction lot went for anywhere near as close to that price was because of this game. And it's the only thing that's damaged. So I said, is there anything we can do? I'm willing to do whatever we can to help, for you guys to help me make this transaction right. And so they actually gave me options. It's pretty nice. I'm very happy with the way that they treated me. They said they were willing to offer a 50% refund and I'd keep the stuff. So half of 105, I guess, approximately. Or I could print a return label. This to give me a return label, and I could just return it. So based on the remainder of the stuff, truthfully, I might be able to sell this for $50 as for parts of repair broken. I'm not even sure. But I said, you know what, let me just not risk it. I'm just going to go ahead and opt for the return, get a 100% refund. So that worked out. I am a little bit disappointed, though. I thought I was going to have a copy of Metal Storm in my collection. But yeah, shopgoodwill.com. There's some good opportunities for some, below eBay prices deals. But, every once in a while you may have to deal with something like that because, you're not dealing with video game experts. So they're not checking for stuff like that. And of course, they're just laying the games down like this, and you can see them in the pictures like that, right? So you wouldn't be able to tell there was a damaged circuit board there. But it worked out this time, but I have to at least ship them back. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.